Alright everybody, welcome to workout number 3A. Focus today is legs, strength, explosion. Alright, so obviously number one, make sure dynamic warm-up is done well. Alright, we're gonna hit up our prep set here to engage your core and your glutes. After that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groupings of 2 exercises. Each block you're gonna go through 3 times. If you want to, feel free to go through 4 or 5. That's okay. Before we hit up the post main set, which is a little bit of a stretch. So, starting out with the bridge alternating leg extension. If you want to here, you can use this to put between your legs or anything else, a ball or whatever. Laying down, knees at 90 degrees, engaging your glutes and hips comes up. Right here, guys, we're engaging your glutes and your core, inner thighs and quads a little bit too. But the main portion here is to keep your core tight and your hips completely square as you're alternating leg extensions. Alright? Perfect. So that's our number one. Our second exercise is a modified side plank with leg lift. Shoulders set back and down, elbows underneath your shoulder. You're going to push up. Make sure this leg is on the ground on your knee. Reason for that is so we really get to fire that outer thigh. Right here, lift and lower. If you have a cable like this, feel free to put it around your knees or your thighs, so you get a little bit more of a challenge there, if you will. So 2 rounds through those before we move on to our main set here. We're gonna start out with alternating step-ups. Now, I would recommend you to add some weight. A backpack, water jugs filled with water, whatever it may be. But it's time to load a little bit of external weight on this one. So, right here, just alternating alternating step-ups. The goal here is not to use your back leg at all. Alright, so here, dig through the heel, ball your foot, use that front leg to drive you up. Partner up with that is skater jumps. Alright, so we're going for distance, alright, but you're gonna solid landing. So as you push off, that arm comes in front of your belly button, toe comes to heel. So explode, going for distance. Obviously, a lot further than I went just right there. Those 2 back and forth before we move on to the next box, alternating curtsy squats. Again, dumbbells here, backpack, jugs, whatever you may have. Toes are forward, knees are over your feet. This is alternating curtsy squats. Make sure hips and shoulders stay square. Alright, before we go into the split squat jumps here. So, explode up as high as you can. Now if that's easy, whoops, we're adding a tuck. Alright, elbows are in, core is tight, great posture. Those 2 back and forth again before we move on to the next one, which is going to be a little bit of a recovery. Get your heart rate down, working your posterior side. Okay. The first one is going to be Glider Hamcycles. You get to lay down. Oh yeah. If you don't have gliders, paper plates or socks are perfect. Okay. So hips comes up. Alternating leg extensions here. Making sure on your way back, you dig that heel to the ground. Now, if you have a cable, grab it, strap it on like a seat belt, and you're going to feel it quite a bit more. Alright, same exact drill. So that's a progression if you have that. With that, we're going to give a little bit of a stretch through that hamstring. Bring your hockey stick or broom or whatever. We're going to get into that Sprinter single leg RDL. So leading with that heel, hips and shoulders square. You're coming up, and then you get that switch. Alright? Now what's super important is that basically you come down into a T, you come back up, and then you get that switch. Looking for control. Those 2 back and forth, again, before we move into the last block of exercises. This one is a burner, so stick with it, okay? So, right here, it's gonna be a split, split, squat, squat, split, split, squat, squat. All right? So you continue that, and you have, I would say, shoot for 8 to 10 reps of that. Explode up to, and then pump it on the low. If you wanted, add a little bit of weight before we move on to the last one. Here is the Superman swimmers in our main. So here, chest and thighs off the ground, palms together in front, thumbs together behind your back. Palms together up front, thumbs together in the back. You're back to the split, split, squat, squat. At this point, I hope your legs are pretty fried, all right? Doing it with great form, we're creating strength, explosiveness, muscular endurance, all that good stuff. That's gonna prepare you for a solid summer with good training also. Before we wrap up, we're gonna hit up 2 stretches that you probably will enjoy. So, crossbody windshield wipers. You're gonna lay down on your back, or arms to a T. Bring your foot up over your hip, push your heel to the roof, and alternating like so. Do 3 to 4 each way. Feel a stretch to your hamstring and through your outer thigh. Then you get to flip around on your stomach. This is scorpions. Same thing, arms to a T. If uncomfortable, you can hold like this. You're gonna bring your heel towards your butt, lift your thigh off the ground, and alternate here too. Looking for a stretch in your hip flexor, quad, and you get a little bit of engagement over your glutes and your hamstring. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Keep it up, guys. You're doing great.